A victory today means we can clinch our Europa League Group, or at least qualify out of it without any issues whatsoever. That and our performance in La Liga has actually been pretty good. Some very nice wins, a couple of tough losses, but I think that's how the season's going to go. My name's FM20, and it's time to get real. So we're looking at the schedule here. We lost to Real Madrid 2-0. This was a tough game. We played them close. We had 12 shots, 7 on target. They had 16 and 8. Ledesma had a goal in the 31st minute. Vargas had a goal in the 50th minute. We had our chances. We just could not make the most of them. Where can I click on match stats? I have to go here. Why would it not let me do that there? That's interesting. They played really far back. They cut their they cut their defensive back inside again, but I couldn't take advantage of it because if you kind of notice, their center backs rotated over a little bit as well. So this guy would come out to fill in the gap. It was well done, to be honest with you. Plus, we couldn't take advantage of it. They have a better squad than we do. So we just, like I said, we had our chances, we had our opportunities. We had 7 shots, 3 on target. The 1.5 chance, only 2 long shots, which was very, very nice. They were just a little bit better than us. And for a team like Madrid, being a little bit better than us is all they needed. Against Legia Warsaw, we absolutely thumped them 5-0. Alessandro Cordova goal, Benjamin Andrich, 4 goals in the space of 31 minutes. I mean, we were 5-0 up at the half. In the second half, there was just no highlights whatsoever. Legia came out playing this Christmas tree formation. And I played our standard 4-2-4, and we just overwhelmed them. If you look, we just overwhelmed them on the flanks. They played this really narrow 4-3-2-1, and it was odd because I'm still trying... I wish there was a way you could pull up the team here. So, just a second. We're going to have to go back a page. 80-17. Well, who are the 2 midfielders? 30 and 33 were their advanced midfielders. 30 and 33. So there's 30. There's 33 who was playing so far back, and then you had their midfielders almost on top of each other. They played this real narrow, compact formation, and once I saw that, I just opened up the wings, and we had so many opportunities. It was not even funny. I get the feeling Legia is a pretty solid team. They've got some quality players on it. They have some quality players on the squad, but just for whatever reason, this was not the game for them. I don't know if that's their normal formation or if that's something they broke out just for this game. We're going to find out because we're playing them again today. But we had 17 shots, 11 on target. They had 7 and 3. Their defense just had an absolute horror show of a game. Muzik, their keeper, did what he could, and it definitely was not enough. Andrich. With Smokovic being out, Andrich has taken his place, and he's done a really good job. And I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with these down arrows because he's been training really, really well. So the only thing that does kind of worry me is it says he's injury prone, and hopefully that will not rear its ugly head. Against Valencia, we lost 2-0. This was a tough game. Sharon had a penalty kick, and then Orsolini tacked on the other goal in the 51st minute. They had 12 shots, 6 on target. We had 7 and 3. This wasn't exactly my strongest side. De La Vibora starting is not a step down from Nunez by any stretch of the imagination. Diagne and Lukeba are solid. Mahmoud solid. Matishak and Fontaine solid. Campos at the advanced midfielder on the right. He can definitely play there. I'm retraining him there. Kovacs on the left. He is a young player I signed a couple of years ago who has some quality about him. He's very fast. He's very pacey. He's a decent crosser and dribbler. His first touch is a little bit on the low side, but his technique is nice. He has 2 assists. So he's my backup left back. My backup attacking midfielder on the left, and with Mathis out, he's gotten a couple of starts, and he's done a credible job. I can't complain about that. Smokovic is coming off an injury, and he did not have his best game. Helio was Helio. He had the one key pass. Lemaitre came on for Kovacs and did a decent job. We couldn't put it together, and I suspect against teams like Valencia and it's gonna happen. We're at the point where we are equal to or better than 2/3 of the league, and our only serious competition is going to come from the top third of the league. And so far, if you look at it, the teams we've lost to, Valencia, Real Madrid, Getafe, and Barcelona, they're all 9th place or better. And frankly, I'm okay with that, because as it stands right now, we're tied for third on 24 points. Our 22 goals scored are third best. Our 19 goals allowed are 15th best. Our defense really has to pick it up. We're third highest in yellow cards. Andrus leads us with 8 goals. That's because he had the 4-1 game. Helio also has the best average and the most assists with 5, and the most player of the match awards with 4. Siliane leads us with 5 yellow cards. After Valencia, we beat Athletic Club 3-1 thanks to goals by Andrich, Lemaitre, and Helio. This was a solid game for us. We had 19 shots, 7 on target. They had 10 and 5. And again, it was one of those cases where I just kind of took a look at what was going on the field, and I tried my best to exploit it. Their number 9 player did not have the best game, so I tried taking advantage of that. It didn't really work, but it got them worried enough that their number 7 player came over to help them quite a bit. And then against Leganes, we beat them 2-1. Smokovic is off of injury. He had a goal. Frank Campos had a goal in the 73rd minute. This was a solid game for us. 21 shots, 14 on target. They're 11 and 2. This is kind of the formation I'm hoping to get forward to, with Smokovic starting on the right. He and Andrich are quality second strikers. Smokovic and Andrich is actually a better winger. I think what's going to happen in this game is I'm going to start Andrich on the right and see how he does. But again, I've got players like Campos, who is a striker that I'm retraining to be a winger, that I need to get playing time as well. So we've got plenty of options, and that's a good thing, because we had a run of games that was just absolutely brutal. I talked about this last episode. A game on the 17th, a game on the 22nd, a game on the 25th, a game on the 28th, a game on the 1st, a game on the 4th. We're playing Legia today on the 5th. We're playing Betis on the 8th. And then finally, we have a break. And then Levante and that kicks off. And then we're going to come back for AZ and Osasuna, or probably AZ in our Copa del Rey match, depending on what's going on there. So as it stands in the group right now, we're all the way down here. We are currently in first place. We are 3 points ahead of AZ. If we beat Legia today, I think that puts the group out of reach, and we are not in danger of losing out, unless for some reason Young Boys just goes on a tear. So the other teams that are doing really well are Tottenham, Napoli. Well, actually, let me scroll up here. Tottenham, Napoli, Lille, and us. We're the only teams that have won all 3 of our games. So we've had some really good performances, which just means that, a bad performance is going to show up sooner or later, and how we deal with that is going to really tell us how we're doing as a team. That said, we are playing Legia again today, so I'm going to double-check my best 11 for this match, set my reserves, and we're going to come back with that match in just a bit. They're playing that 4-3-2-1 again, so this must be their primary formation. We are, of course, are not playing our 4-2-4 today. We're playing our 4-3-3. Because of all the matches we played lately, I really don't want to risk my wingers. And this is a formation I've had the guys practicing for a while now. I've played it in a couple of other games. So we got Van Berkel in goal, Sirac, Lukeba, Fernandez, and Nunez as the defensive back 4. Kortnovas, Matušak, and Sigjair as the midfielders. Andrus, Matasevic, and Helio up top as the strikers. Now, the one player I want to bring your attention to is Fernandez. He is one of those players I brought in last year as part of the, hey, let's go out and sign youth players with good potential from other teams. We got him from Chiclana Industrial, who are like 3rd Group Division 10 team, for 5,750 euros. If there was ever a footballer who looked like a disaffected teenager, it is this kid. I don't know exactly what the New Gen face pack did to pair this face up with this kid, but it completely fits because although he is professional, he is unhappy with me because he's lost trust in me because I told him I would send him out on loan. I tried sending him to Terrassa. He didn't want to go there. I tried sending him to La Hospitalet. He didn't want to go there. Those are my 2 affiliate teams. And this was last year when he was 16. I put him out for loan, accepted a couple of offers. He didn't want to go to any of those teams. And then the transfer window closed. He didn't go out on loan, and he's upset with me because I didn't get him a loan spell somewhere. It's a good thing I have a 14-year-old and a 10-year-old, so I can deal with this sort of personality. Are you kidding me? But he's definitely got potential. He plays defensive mid, which I don't play, so I am retraining him. Well, at the moment, he's a ball-winning midfielder on support, but I have him also playing defensive center back simply because he's got a 13 heading and a 12 jumping reach, and he's 5'11". I don't know why that switched. I need to change that back. So defensive center back, ball-playing defender, stopper. So he's really good. He's I suspect, once he gets over this unhappiness and quits throwing a grumpy, as Leluja likes to say, he will be a very good player for us. And if he's not, I'm going to sell him on for a boatload of money. Now, if he costs us the game today, then we're going to have to talk about something else. But I don't think we're in danger of that. This is the same formation they played last time. Corner kick in. Nunez sends it into the crowd. Andrich is there, but he heads it over the crossbar. We are playing in Warsaw today. We'll check it out after this here. Somebody got fouled. Cordova's tripped Gibson. Great. From distance, Van Berkel, a nice block. I'm just going to pause it here real quick, take a look at the analysis. They're doing it again. Oh, that's us. What the heck is going on there? But they're doing it again. They're pulling it that way. So we are going to try. I got a deep lying playmaker. I got a box-to-box midfielder. I got a ball-winning midfielder. We need to change him to advanced playmaker on support. Strushinsky sends it in, knocked away. Oh, Matasevic almost got a head on it, but was knocked away from him, and the highlight ends. Nunez on the throw into Helio. Back to Nunez. Drives forward, corner of the box, and he's dispossessed by Milic, but he runs it down. Andrich is there off the crossbar, and it's knocked away by Muzik. Majishak knocked away, but Fernandez is going to get that. Out to Lukeba, and the highlight ends. Muzik with the goal kick to no one in a Legia uniform. Nunez has it, is driving forward, up to Helio, cuts inside the defender, and right at Muzik. Muzik stood tall and he blocked the shot, which is what he needed to do. Majishak, corner kick in, Helio, and that's over the crossbar. And we've had our chances, we just have not been able to make the most of them. Half hour in. Milic, up to Nizgoda. It's headed away, though. Lukeba to Nunez. Back to Fernandez. Oh, he misplays it. Kieplin ends up with the ball. Back to Gibson. Stolen by Helio. One-on-one. Round the keeper. Oh, I'm trying to teach him to round the keeper, and it's not working. It's either place his shots or around the keeper. I'll have to double-check it. I tried training him on it last year, and it didn't take. Helio, corner kick in. Swiderski knocks it away. Kieplin running forward. Majishak takes the ball away from him, and he was fouled. Can we get a score before half? Doesn't look like it, but with 13 shots, 7 on target, and a slight possession advantage, we're doing a good job. Gotta tell Sirac to play calm to avoid getting another yellow card. Same thing for Kortnovas. Yeah, very quiet second half so far. No highlights. So we are going to bring on Guerra for Court Novus. We're going to bring on Mahmoud for Serac. Wateska with the throw into Gavila. Back to Wateska. He sends it in, knocked away by Nunez. At the top of the box. Swashik, Court Novus dispossesses him. Up to Andrich. Over to Helio. Back out to Andrich. He's got help. He holds it up. Crosses it to Nunez. Up to Helio. Sinkjaer. Oh, Helio let it go. And Sinkjaer was there, but he hit it right at Muzik. Grigera. To Majishak. Out to Nunez. Crosses the field to Mahmoud. All alone. He holds it up. Sends it there. Helio is there, but it's knocked away. Andrich. Wow. That was a rocket of a shot. Off Muzik and in for the goal. Let's see this in the 3D. Oh, maybe Milic got his own head on it. And Helio didn't get enough. And Andrich was there to put it away. That's 5 goals he has against Legia. Muzik. Up to Nisgoda. He crosses the field. Long pass out to Schweisig. In the box, but Nunez is there to knock it away. Sinkjaer. Long pass towards Andrich. Again. Oh, right at Muzik. Knocked away. Swezik's going to run that down. He's got Mahmoud in front of him, and Mahmoud fouls him. Majishak runs down the ball. Back to Gagera. Taps it off to Majishak. Sinkjaer up to Helio. Oh, tough angle, and he sneaks it by Muzik for the goal. That did not look like it was going in. Majishak to Grigara. Then over to Sinkjaer, who just taps it between the two defenders. Helio gets there. It was a tight angle. I'm really kind of surprised he got that. Nunez on an 8-8 in a player of the match game. We had 21 shots, 12 on target, a huge possession advantage. They're 10-7. That was a solid game for us. Received $570,000. We've reached the first knockout round, so we're definitely out of the group. Nunez was brilliant. And of course, he's got teams after him now. Marseille and Valencia. I'd let him go to Marseille. I don't know that I'd let him go to Valencia. My own personal rule is if I have a good player, unless the team is paying me stupid, ridiculous money, they're not going to a team in the same league I'm in. Now Netalika's pitching a fit because he wants to go out on loan. I tried sending him out on loan last season, and he didn't go to any of the teams that wanted him. So we've got Batiste coming up, and then it's the international break. And the guys can get a little bit of rest and recovery. So I am going to get ahead to that game. We're going to set the best 11 and check the reserves, and we'll come back with that match in just a bit. Well, we are back to playing our 4-2-4 today. We've got Van Berkel in goal, Delivabor, Serac, Diagne, and Nunez as the defensive back four, Sinkjaer and Matishak as the midfielders, Mathis and Lemaitre as the attack midfielders, Helio and Andrich up top as the strikers. Fontaine has blisters, so he's out for a couple of days. It happens. They're playing a 4-2-3-1 with 2 DMs. How high are they pushing up? Not that high at all. There's my number 3. There's my number 7. What are they doing? He's supposed to run wide with the ball, cross from byline, get further forward, and stay wider. Yet, that's where he's been playing. That's not staying wide. Keep an eye on that. We're definitely more match fit than they are. Lemaitre centers it to Sinkshire. Up to Helio. Over to Lemaitre. He's got help. Is he going to use it? No, he is going to take an ill-advised shot and push it very, very wide left. Half hour in. Legia back to Pavlovic. To Robry. To Henrique. To Fakir. Rober. Oh, Sarek knocks it away, but it goes right back to Rober. Nakajima. Oh, Rios is on the right. In the box. Gets around one, but not the other. That was a decent piece of defending. Let's check this out again here real quick. That's a little better. I wonder... No, we're going to have to live with it. Nakajima on the corner kick. In the box. Knocked away, but Fakir runs it down. Turns around. Dispossessed by Sinkshire, who bombs it forward, but there's no one in a high-end uniform there to pick it up. Nakajima sends it in, and it is headed over the crossbar. Words are hard today, by their number 6. Coming up on halftime. Batiste has definitely been the better squad in terms of opportunities. They've had 6 and 3. We're 4-0. Sinkshire at the top of the box. Gives it away to Rober. But Delavabor is going to run that down. All the way out to Lemaitre. Taps it up. Andrich is there. Holds it up. Crosses it. Mathis is there. Good grief. And I'm sober. Nice long pass by Delavabor. Lemaitre taps it up. Andrich gets it. Holds it up. Waits for Mathis. Very nice header. We get a goal right before half. That is a job well done, guys. Tell Sinkshire to calm down. Vabora sends it in. Knocked away by Brabi. Sinkshire. Oh, Nakajima gets by one. Gets by the other. Goes wide. And then Burkle, a very nice stop. We're close up on to 60 minutes here. So we are going to get Sinkshire off and bring on Kordanovas. We're going to get Mathis off and bring on Kovac. Mathis is just off injury, and I really don't want to run him in the ground if I don't have to. Plus, he's got a yellow card, so better safe than sorry. Fakir sends it in. Oh, Van Berkel, a very nice save, punching it over the crossbar. And now from the other side, Fakir sends it in. Oh, knocked away. Lemaitre has it. He's got help. Over to Andrich. Back to Lemaitre. One-on-one with the keeper. Round him. Danny, a very nice block. Corner kick for us. Sent in, and Helio did not get to it. It looked like the Batiste player got his head to it before Helio could. I give up. I encouraged the guys, and now they're frustrated. Pause something here real quick. See, now we're a bit wider. Lage on the throw-in to Fakir. Back to Lage. Over to Gagliardini. To Lage. To Henrique. He drives forward. Cuts outside. Long pass, but De La Vibor is there. Sends it up to Kovac. He gives it away to Vallejo, though. Henrique to Fakir. To Gagliardini to Suarez. To Jovic. Out to Robert on the right. He holds it up. Back pass to Rios. Rios sends it in. Suarez is there, and it hits the post. Wow, did we dodge a bullet there. It was some very nice ball movement by Batiste, though. Nunez to Majishak, who's dispossessed by Suarez. Up to Jovic. And Van Berkel, a nice stop. Jovic hustled that pass. He really did, or hustled that shot. He really didn't need to. Majishak sends it in for Kordanovas, but it's headed away by Batiste. Up to Jovic. Gets by the one defender on Van Berkel, a very nice save. That is Luka Jovic. Somebody was fouled. Oh, no, it's a corner. Helio. I have no idea what the heck happened there. It went through the box, completely untouched by everybody. But that is the game. A Charles Ely Mathis goal just before the end of the first half sees us through. 13 shots, 6 on target. They're 16 and 8, but we had the possession advantage, and we did a little bit more with it. Lemaitre and Kovac did not have the best games, but that is okay. And we are tied for second place. 10 points behind Barcelona, who have yet to lose a game. They drew with Sevilla. So they are going for an invincible season. Eindhoven just got €1 million from us, and Nice just got 250,000 euros from us. So I'm not too worried about, though. We got money in the bank. Our payroll's up to €500,000. When did that happen? This is what happens when you try and keep up with the Joneses. Although, what would that... You can't say keeping up with the Wands. I don't know. It sounds bad. I don't know. Yeah, keeping up with the Joneses. That's what happens. So, a couple of good wins for us. The Legia game was a little bit worrying, seeing as how we kind of thumped them handily the first time around. But I think that was more due to an overperformance on Benjamin Andridge's part than anything I did. But it was a good win against them again. And then a nail-biter against Betis, really. The Mathis goal was enough to see us through, but it was really touch and go there for a while. They had a couple of opportunities that, had the ball bounced the other way, we would have been looking at a loss. And frankly, that's the name of the game. So we are going to come back for AZ and Osasuna. And then January transfer window. I don't know that we'll be making a lot of moves. I might try and send a few more players out on loan. My dynamics, we want this here. So it's my B squad, and it's frankly all the players. Well, okay, Kovac, I need to move to. He is on the senior squad. It's just for a reason he's not on the senior squad. So, they're all players who are aged out of the under-19s for the most part, except Andres, and that's because I needed a keeper for the B squad because they're playing friendlies all the time. And then I totally clicked the wrong thing. Way to go, Jellicoe. And then this is my U19 squad. Ronnie Harold is the best player on the squad, and he has potential. And then, actually, I believe most of my B squad is actually playing for this squad as well. And currently, they are completely bossing the league. They are in. Let me go to them real quick. So my B squad's not doing anything. They're just playing friendlies. Every once in a great while, because it's not, because I don't have any coaches for them, there's no one that can schedule friendlies for them unless I do it. And frankly, I'm just not interested in that. So my under-19s are in the U19 division Group 4. They've lost one game to a Cordoba team. That's actually not that bad. And as you can see at the moment, if I scroll down here, we, at least my under-19s, are in first place on 36 points with a game in hand. So they're doing really, really well. So a couple of solid wins for us, and I think as long as we stay injury-free, finishing top 7 is definitely doable. And I don't know how far we're going to get in the Europa League. At some point in time, we're going to run into one of these Premier League teams or Ligue 1 or Serie A teams. They're just going to throttle us. But until then, we're going to have fun playing it, we're going to have fun making money for it, and we're setting the foundation for further European appearances. And hopefully it's a solid foundation, because Lord knows I don't want it to fall. If you did like what you've seen and heard, please have a like, subscribe to the channel for more content, questions, criticisms, comments, leave those down below. I will answer those as fast as I can. My name is FM20.